All right, let's now switch back to Nashville, where Matt Underwood had a chat with Major League Baseball Network's Matt Vasgerian.
Our coverage of baseball's winter meetings continue here in Nashville, Tennessee. The M&M boys with you now. Matt Underwood, Matt Vasgerian, host of MLB Network's The Hot Stove Show with Harold Reynolds and a bevy of contributors. All right, do you come into these meetings with any kind of expectations, or do you just kind of let it play out?
My expectations were that I would not see the out of doors for 4 days, and that by day 3, which will be later on tonight, I'll be so sick of chasing around rumors I'll want to get out of here and like watch an amateur hockey game someplace. The expectations are that Josh Hamilton's going to sign someplace, that Zach Greinke's going to sign someplace, that it's going to be for the kind of money that's going to make us all go, wow, that's a lot of money. What's happened that surprised us are things like Shane Victorino getting 3 years, almost $40 million in Boston. And then this rumored discussion of a possible 4-way deal involving the Tribe is a big one. If that happens, I think that'll go down as a shock, too.
All right. I thought I heard Kenny Rosenthal drop a little bomb there right at the end of your show. What did he say? Who will not be a member of the Diamondbacks next year?
His contention, and Ken Rosenthal has his ear as close to the ground as anybody in baseball, his claim is that Justin Upton will not be a Diamondback on opening day. Now, whether that means he's going to the Rangers in the case that the Rangers can't bring Hamilton back, or he lands in Cleveland or Tampa, more unlikely still. I mean, apparently Tampa has to have an Upton on the roster at all times now that BJ's gone. I don't know. Kenny thinks he's going to be gone from the desert, though.
You know, it's interesting, Matt, because really for the last 2-3 years, the Indians have been inconspicuous at the winter meetings, and all of a sudden their name, you guys are talking about them a lot this year.
Yeah, I mean, if this 4-team thing comes to fruition, we're led to believe that the Indians kind of hold the key, that they're the team that has the return package in terms of young guys. They have more payroll flexibility than a team like the Rangers, I think. And you know, if Asdrubal Cabrera is being shipped and shopped, then I guess that's what we're led to believe is going to happen. But it is kind of nice to have the Indians at least out there as players, whether that's as a return for package or if it's that they're shipping out younger players. At least people are talking about the Tribe.
For people who maybe don't know, Matt, host of MLB Hot Stove Show on the MLB Network, former play-by-play guy. He's hosted a game show. When is your movie debut?
You know, it happened actually when I was a young lad, and I was so good it just never happened again. Remember watching Leave It to Beaver when Jerry?
Oh, yeah.
He was so cute and he was good, and then he actually became aware of what he was doing, and he was just kind of an awkward teenage turd. That kind of happened to me. I was like, when I was too young to know what I was doing, I was in a couple TV shows, and then you become aware that you're on a TV show and you're just not charming at all. And that not charming factor has followed me all the way through my career to this day.
Are you enjoying it? I mean, the play-by-play gig, as you and I have talked in the past, it's a different animal than people really understand. You're in the studio, you're still talking baseball, which obviously is a love and a passion, but it's a different animal.
It is, and I like, as I know you do too, Matt, the fact that you have some immediacy when you're at the ballpark. And let's face it, you have a little skin in the game. For better or for worse, it bugs you when they win or lose. It kind of affects the pulse of your day. When you're in the studio, as entertaining and as enjoyable as that is for me, you don't have that. You're not gnashing your teeth as much over what happens on the field, and it's fun to be invested a little bit emotionally. And you lose a little bit of that when you kick yourself into the studio, as I have.
But you got Harold to keep you honest.
Harold keeps you honest. He keeps you scratching your head. He has a tendency to grab the wheel and not give it back along the course of an interview. Sometimes it drives it off the cliff, but occasionally that's even more fun than where you had the car going.
You can see Matt Vasgerian, Harold Reynolds, MLB Network, The Hot Stove Show. It's must-see TV for all baseball fans. Matt, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Matt. We should start a rumor right now while we're here. Indians rumor.
All right, let's see.
Archie Manning's going to come back and play center field for the Tribe. Let's get Rick back in uniform. I think it's time it happens.
Well, we've already shipped him out to Arizona for the winter, so maybe he's part of this 3-4 team deal.
Yes, he's a key component to this thing.
That's exactly right. Matt Vasgerian with us. Our coverage of baseball's winter meetings continues coming up in a little while.